to, if you develop that skill, 100 words or 80 words per minute in shorthand, you will be able to apply for the post of stenographer in the central government departments. For that, a lot of exams are being conducted by the ministries and the subordinate departments. Parliament of India, that is the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, as reporters, stenographers are required, and they will be in the officer cadre. Why? Because during the whatever meeting is being conducted in the parliament, there will be a person, a stenographer, who will be making notes of it, and he has to prepare the report of the discussions. Supreme Court and High Courts, district courts, all these offices also require a lot of stenographers. And if you look at the Department of Atomic Energy, all this will be requiring a lot of stenographers. So the opportunities are widespread. Only the awareness is not much among the student community these days. So shorthand is a very required skill if you want to excel, if you want to highlight yourself as the best for any career. And the future is fabulous for you. Government service, as I told you, grade B, grade C, opportunities are existing in plenty. And if you are scoring high marks in those exams, you can even be posted to Delhi with reputed ministries. You will be assigned to a particular ministry. So in that way, your scope for your career development is very, very high. And what is actually required? Consistent practice alone is enough. If you have a good teacher who can guide you properly to master the skill of shorthand, and if you are a person who is prepared to work hard to build a beautiful career, future career, then definitely shorthand is the right choice. So you have to, the only thing what you should do is regularly attend the classes, follow the instructions, and you have to have regular practice. At least 1 hour on a daily basis for 1 year if you practice. 80 words per minute will not be a tough task for you. And once you develop the skill of shorthand, your language proficiency in English will also improve. Your grammar also will improve. So, how do you master it? As I told you, you have to just join a secretarial course, master the basics, and then simply keep practicing. And you have to take dictations. What is dictation? Once you learn all the vowels and consonants in shorthand, then what you have to do is the teacher will read a paragraph, you will have to write it in shorthand, then you will be expected to read what you have written in shorthand. This is what is called dictation. So nowadays, if you see, you don't even need a teacher. Isn't it? Online and YouTube, if you go and search, a lot of shorthand classes are available. So easily you can just learn shorthand. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I will show you a few slides that will help you to know how shorthand looks like or what is the skill that you need to master. So I hope all of you are able to look at the screen. Is it visible clearly now? Anybody from the meeting, please respond. Are you able to view the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Okay. So if you look at the first stroke, okay, it is slanted, isn't it? Slanted towards the left. That is called P. So P is slightly written, and the next word is B, which is written thickly, isn't it? It is actually you have to give more stress while writing P. Lightly, you have to write the stroke P, and the next one is B. T, if you see, it is written lightly. One single line as one, isn't it? How do you write one? Like that it is written. T is written in one stroke very lightly. And D is similarly written as T, but slightly thicker than T. Okay, so P, B, T, D. The way you pronounce, accordingly the strokes are come. And if you see Che, this is called Che. A stroke which is slanting to the right is called the Che. And J, the way you stress your tongue, how you spell, how you pronounce the words. Accordingly, the strokes are being framed. And if you see F, it is written lightly, V is written thickly. F, V. It, that is written lightly, and D is written thickly. S, Z. And Ish and Z. If you see, Ish is written slightly, Z is written thickly. So in this way, K, G, M, if you look at the second column, it shows how you have to spell that word. Okay, so it is K, and the next one is M, the next one is N, and this is ing. When you write morning, M and this ing you will write. If you have to write morning. In my further slides, I will show you how you are writing words. Okay, and if you look at this, it looks like an arch, isn't it? It is L. And if you look like a tick mark, it is put, it is way. Base. You have to put, you just put this way and just have a small round at the end of the stroke. So if you look at the next one, A. So this is how you will be writing the basic words. So here again in this slide it is given PB, TD, JJ. So when you start learning shorthand, you don't have to learn all this all of a sudden. So every day or a week, you will be writing P and PU. Every day, at least 5 pages, you will be slowly, patiently writing P. Because when you write P, you have to give it slightly. And when you write B, you have to give it little bit thicker, isn't it? And if you look at this, how bat is written. Bat is written above the line. Because you cannot write shorthand in a plain sheet. You have to write it only in ruled papers. And for shorthand, the gap between one line and the next line should be wider than your usual ruled notebooks. Okay, your usual ruled notebooks will not be helpful to write shorthand. For shorthand, specific notebooks are available in the market. So above the line, if you write, it is bad, the same stroke, and on the line, if you write, it is bed. Stroke is the same, but whether you are writing above the line, on the line, or below the line. Okay, so above the line is bad, and on the line is bed, and below the line is bit. So this is how you will be writing. Okay, above the line talk, and on the line tuck, and through the line it is took. So this is how you will be writing. Just for example, I am showing you. And here also if you see, that wall is what? Ba, that is a vowel, isn't it? So that vowel sound, you are writing above the line. Be is second vowel, so you have to write it on the line. Be comes below the line. So whenever you are using a vowel sound like a, it goes, the stroke goes above the line. When you are using a, bet, pet, isn't it? This all comes on the line, and beat, E. After the B is coming beat. So when E comes, it has to come below the line. So this is how you will be learning. And if you see small abbreviations are there, are you able to view the screen? I think so. Otherwise, if you are interested, I can share this PPTs so that you can make use of your laptop and understand it. Okay, at the end of this slide, if you see Pitman abbreviation is given. 2 is a very small line which you write on the line. And the is a dot. When you put a dot, it is called the. So this is how you will be writing. Cat, if you see, no, it is just like an arrow above the line. And is a small stroke above the line. So it means just how you write T. I told you, no, T can be written as a slight line like 1. Okay, if you write it on the line, it will be it. So this is how magazine is written. Okay, I am sure this you will be able to do it properly. So this is M, Ma, magazine. So this is actually M. So for Ma, you are using this Ga, magazine. So how you pronounce, you will be writing the strokes. Okay, not like the usual English where you write the spellings as such. You don't have to learn all this. So when you hear a word accomplishment, you have to write accomplishment. So very shortly you will be able to write big letters. So that is how I hope all of you are able to view the screen. M, this is Ga, and the Z, this N is meant. This is meant. So magazine. So actually when you use it with here as a compound word, it turns out to be N. So magazine. See, and this is N, magazine. So this is how you will be writing. I will show you some more slides. So this is how what I was talking to you about vowels. Okay, A, E, I, O, U. These are all the vowels in shorthand that you will have to master. And if you look at this, this is an exercise which has been done. Okay, the words and phrases. See, whatever is given in English, that is what has been transcribed in shorthand below. Okay, so as I told you, the words, isn't it, and phrases. So together you have to write in the following list or special contractions. So within a 5 strokes or 6 strokes, the first sentence is completed. They should be carefully. So they should be. Together it has been written. Carefully examined in the light of instructions in this handbook. So this is how the strokes will appear and you can write in this way. And if you see here, look at this bat, as I told you, no, it is above the line. There is a line here and above the line it is written bat and on the line it is written bed and through the line it is written as bit. Okay, how do you find it? Before I proceed with these slides, I want to know your feedback. Are you finding it interesting? Students, can you please respond? Do you find value? Are you able to develop curiosity to learn shorthand? See, initially it is just like a foreign language for you, isn't it? You are not able to identify what it is. So only when you start learning, you will develop that enthusiasm to learn it because it will be a skill that very rare people possess. Okay, and if you learn that and if you write notes in shorthand, definitely you will be highlighted better than the rest of the people. Because any lectures you will be able to easily write. That skill, whatever you write, nobody will be able to read that, isn't it? And opportunities also, if you see, plenty of opportunities are available for stenographers these days. So within 2 or 3 months, if you start learning shorthand, just within 3 months, you will be able to just start writing words. Whenever I dictate something, you will be in a position to write those sentences. And gradually, after 6 months or 8 months, depending upon how much efforts you take. As I told you, on a consistent basis, you have to keep practicing that skill. Okay, and because many people see only those who are very serious in building a challenging career and only those who want to win in their career, only those people will be able to learn it. And if you are really hardworking and if you work consistently towards developing this skill, shorten you can learn without much efforts in a year's time. With consistent practice, you will be able to become an adept in stenography. So this is what I have been telling you. Bug, when it is written above the line, it is bug. On the line, if you write bug, and through the line, if you write it is book. So law goes above the line. Ah, when the tar sound comes, it has to be written above. And when you are writing a pet, isn't it? So all this has to be written on the line, and through the line, teak, all this e. That second consonant is e. So what happens?